with the enterprise browser, what else are we going to be able to offer beyond just that pure security model? Where do we go from here?
It starts with, even today, where we are today, is wanting to create a model where the users get something, as Brian talked about, something that's quite familiar to them, but that incites them and incents them to want to use it from a personal standpoint, but also the organization to have reason for the user to want to use it from a productivity standpoint, to get things out of it. There's many of those things that exist today, and we're starting to forward think along that path as well. You know, as I start thinking about, if I were playing the role of a CIO in an organization, of an apps team in an organization, a CTO, you know, I think about where the user lives every single day. They live in that browser interface. Certainly securing that interface is exceptionally important. It's what we've been on a mission to do since we've launched Island. But as I think about that future of where the user's working, what a great place to assert control, to assert, you know, new business workflows, to assert monitoring over applications, to assert new business logic over applications. So it's certainly a place where, when you've lost visibility over the user, you've lost control over the user, again, the hybrid worker, especially you start getting onto unmanaged devices, even into contractors and other things. How do I begin to assert control over those things that are core IT processes? Browser's a great place to assert that. And again, that's why it has such power outside of just core IT and into more apps teams, desktop, and even CIOs and CTOs.
So it's one of these exciting moments where it really truly is endless for us, because one of the things Island is doing is we're actually moving the controls and the actual development and capabilities right into the interface where the user's doing their work inside the browser. And so we look at this, and there's three real constituents that we think we can serve wonderfully. The first is obviously security, and you'll hear us talk about all the security capabilities Island's bringing to bear. So making sure that we can help secure the data, secure the organization, secure the intellectual property has been paramount to us. We have another constituent in just general IT and the CIO. We've built technology into Island to help solve complex networking issues. We've built in technology to help solve legacy application compatibility with Internet Explorer and older browser versions being able to render in Island. And we'll continue to innovate to make the browser a better and more cooperative piece of software inside the general IT and IT enterprise stack. And the last one is really the end user themselves. It's been a long time since a new application's been pushed to the desktop. And so as those users start to interact with Island, our opportunity to make their daily work better, to make their lives better as they work with these web applications, is massive. Everything from changing the way that copy and paste works, to automating repetitive tasks, to hiding areas of the website that their job does not need to go to, making it simpler. All of these are very simple customizations within Island. And so those three audiences serve a huge, massive amount of innovation and roadmap for us now and in the future.
So picking up on what Brian just said, you know, there's tactical examples even today. We're working with customers who are seeing the benefits of that. You know, I've got customers who are doing things like taking legacy applications. Number one, they have compatibility challenges, as Brian talked about a moment ago, but creating future compatibility with Island, but also being able to do such things as insert things like single sign-on over the top of a legacy application without rewriting the underlying application. Obviously that gets into security use cases, but I've even got customers now that are looking at how they can leverage the browser-based RPA foundation that we built in Island to be able to build new business logic over applications. You know, imagine the productivity that can be captured in the world of a call center when they've got multiple tabs they're working with in a given set of applications, and they're bouncing from tab to tab, automatically pulling data from one tab and copying it and pulling it in another from a productivity standpoint. You know, it ensures not only productivity for the user, but everything's done right the first time. So, you know, creating those robotic processes that we automate based on what kind of the mundane tasks of users, and again, the user and the organization benefits in that process as well.